When I was but a wee little lad, I had my first sleep paralysis demon. Now, for anyone who doesn't know what that is, a sleep paralysis demon is a vivid hallucination that can occur during sleep paralysis, a temporary inability to move or speak while falling asleep or waking up. And these little demons, they're not actually real. They're not real things. They're something that the brain conjures up, and they usually tend to be some form of a shadowy figure, and they're a byproduct of the brain's mixed signals during the transition between sleep and waking up. Now, normally when you see one, it takes the form of a shadowy figure or some kind of monster from the void of hell. But for some reason, I, fortunately, got a friendly face instead. For some strange reason, I got Thomas the Tank Engine. You know, the children's show character for little British babies. This is just absurd for a multitude of reasons, mainly because that I loved Thomas the Tank Engine growing up as a kid. I used to watch the show, and I had a whole box full of the train tracks and everything, and I had several different characters, including Percy, Thomas, Henry, James, Gordon, and Edward, and probably more. One of my favorite ones was actually a motorized Percy that, when turned on, would move on its own. And growing up, me and my brother, what we would do is we'd take all of our tracks, start from our bedroom, build the track all the way out into the middle of our living room as far as we could reach it, and we'd have Percy go there, start to finish, every single time that we played. Yeah, I think I have OCD or something. And even though I was just a little hatchling of a little boy back then, I remember whenever my parents would turn on the show, I'd enjoy it. I wasn't scared from the clay-like faces, not like the Wallace and Gromit movie, but that's a completely different story. So, what exactly did I see, and how was Thomas my little demon that I woke up to? So there I am, laying in my bed at the top bunk, sleeping peacefully, when suddenly I wake up, and as you might expect, I can't move. I can't roll over, I can't do anything, I can't really even blink, I don't think. It's basically pitch black in the middle of the night. And then I look towards the ceiling, which is only like 4 feet away from my face because I was on the top bunk. And I see Thomas the Tank Engine barreling down towards me at top speed. But at the same time, he wasn't moving. He was still. He was stagnant. He wasn't doing anything. He was there. But everything in my body was telling me that he was charging at me and that I was in imminent danger. I was going to die. And while I'm staring at him, he's got this evil little grin on his face, like he has full intent and knowledge of what he's about to do to me, and he's happy about it. So there I am, just a wee little boy with my favorite cartoon character barreling down at me, fear in my chest, my heart pumping 1 billion miles per hour, and I'm just sitting there like, help. I'm finally able to close my eyes and blink after sitting there for what feels like an eternity, and I shout as loud as I can for my parents to come into our room. And as they enter the room, I tell them of the horrors that I've witnessed, how I've been traumatized by my childhood character that I watch on TV every Saturday morning, how Thomas was right in front of my face with intent to murder me and steamroll me over. And you know what they say? Oh, honey, you're just having a nightmare. It wasn't a bad thing. It was just a bad dream. And I look at them and I say, no, I was not asleep. That's not at all what was happening. What I saw was very, very real. And you wanna know what the real kicker is? For almost, 20 years? Until recently, my parents never believed me. So, do you remember when I was a little kid? And I called you and Dad in the middle of the night to my room because I saw Thomas the Tank Engine at the top of my ceiling, and you always thought that wasn't real.
Yeah.
It was a sleep paralysis demon this entire time.
What?
You not know what that is? That's a real thing.
What?
Yes, it's real.
What the crap is a sleep paralysis demon?
It's like this, when you're in this in-between state of like sleep and awakeness, your body can't move, but like your brain tricks you into seeing like a creepy figure. And it's like a real like weird phenomenon that happens to people sometimes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and
No, because it wasn't really there.
it felt real, that's for sure.
Oh, we laughed about that for a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, you did. So I'm glad to know that after all these years I'm not going crazy.
Well, potato, friend.
It took me till my 20s to realize that what I experienced was because of some weird sleep phenomenon that rarely happens to people. But it's a very real thing, and it really did happen to me. I've been spending my entire life thinking that I was going insane for believing this moment to be real. And now I have vindication after all these years because of all the stupid memes on Instagram and TikTok about, oh look, you meet my sleep paralysis demon staring at me in the middle of the night asking for beans. I just thought this was a really funny story to tell, and if anyone who watches this video, if you ever experience a sleep paralysis demon, leave your story in the comments below and share, because maybe you got someone even more interesting than what I got, and that'd be pretty funny. But yeah, thank you. Bye.